So I did the thing where I did not turn on my mic again. So I again. Okay. So someone asked for onomatopoeias in Cantonese. So here are some onomatopoeias in Cantonese. If you don't know, an onomatopoeia is basically a word that sounds like the sound it's supposed to be, right? So for example, like boom, or like like beep, wolf, I guess, meow, right? Like meow, right? Those are all onomatopoeias, right? They're just words that sound like they're just words that where the definition is the sound that they make, if that makes sense. So Cantonese actually has a buttload of those, right? And on a side note, Cantonese also has a lot of ideophones, where an ideophone is different from an onomatopoeia, where an ideophone is more like the sound of the word represents what that word might be. So for example, something that's round doesn't technically have a noise, right? It doesn't have a sound, but Cantonese might use some phrases that incorporate the sound that round things might make. So I'm not going to be talking about that stuff. I'm just going to be talking about the onomatopoeias and like the words that are actually like the sounds that they make. So we actually have a bunch of those. So let's get to it. So I'm not too sure what the distinguishing factor is between like an ideophone and an onomatopoeia. So some of these words might be ideophones. You're gonna have to bear with me if some of them are. But these are some onomatopoeias in Cantonese. So the word for cat. This word is onomatopoeia in Chinese in general, right? So both Mandarin and Cantonese have it. What do you think is the word for cat? Mao. Mao. Right? So I think that counts as an onomatopoeia, right? Because it just, yeah, should be. Anyways, next one. Alright, I guess it isn't. Well, okay, so if anyone can tell me what the difference is, I'm just gonna include that here. Anyways, next one. Sheep or goat, right? The word for sheep or goat is meh, right? Like meh, right? Meh. Next one. The word for cannon is pao, because it goes pow, right? Pow. That's how I remember. I'm pretty sure the rest of these words are all Cantonese specific, but someone can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Next one is, how do you say sneeze? There's two ways. There's one that is san bei tai, which obviously isn't a onomatopoeia, but then there's also hati, da hati. So it's hati. So that's an onomatopoeia. Next one. How do you say butt? There's so many ways to say butt, but then one of them is pepe, because it sounds like pepe when you fart. So pepe is, I think that's I think that's an ideophone now, because it's not the actual sound, but it's the word that makes the sound. So I think cat. So the first 4 of the 5 words that I just listed are all ideophones, but basically it kind of counts as an onomatopoeia. I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna roll with it. Next is the word to hit, usually with like a hammer or like with like just to hit down, right? It's there's many ways to say it, but then one way to say it is dum, right? Because you go dum 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 dum, right, with the hammer. So that dum is technically is an onomatopoeia, which means to hit, because it's a sound of you hitting something. Next one, to spit is pu or tu, right? Because tu or pu, right? So the word spit is also an onomatopoeia in Cantonese. I think tu is also in Mandarin, so that's a thing. The word for to microwave. To microwave, what is the noise that a microwave makes, right? It goes ding, right? So to microwave something is ding. So you'd say like ding a ding, which means like go microwave whatever you want, right? Ding a ding, go hot dog, right? Go microwave the hot dog. So ding is the word to microwave. Next one, to taste or to like, or like to taste or like to kind of like that sound or like that action. It's, how do you say it? Dep, right? So dep, right? So like dep is the word to kind of like taste, usually to like taste more clearly, or like to like it's just to make that noise, basically. Dep, right? To taste, to kind of like that. I don't know how to. So tep is a way to say taste or to kind of make that noise. Tep tep. If you wanted to say like someone really enjoys the food, right? You'd be like sikto tep tep sen, right? You'd say they eat, right? And then you modify it with the onomatopoeia tep tep. Tep tem sen directly translates to tep tep sound, right? So you taste or you eat sik. Tep tep sen, which is the sound of tep tep, right? So you eat with that sound. So that's a really common way that Cantonese people will use onomatopoeias, is we'll have a verb or a noun that we're describing, and then we'll add an onomatopoeia to it, to the end of it, to kind of like modify or like to add emphasis to that action or noun. Laughing. The word for laughing that you could use is kaka-sen, right? Pseudo kaka-sen. So kaka-sen, kaka is poop, but okay, it's not poop. It's the sound of people laughing, right? Next one, bobo. What does that sound like? Bobo, 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 bobo. No, okay.
Call me Bo-Bo-Bo, but it's Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo, Bo-Bo-Bo!
So bobo-sen is the sound of boiling stuff, right? So if you want to say, oh, your water's boiling really rapidly now, you'd say like gwando bobo-sen, which means like it's boiling with the sound of bobo, right? So bobo-sen is bobo is the onomatopoeia to describe the boiling. Two of like my favorites are a phrase to describe someone whining is atzi atzo. So atzi atzo is an onomatopoeia for like when you're describing that someone is whining, someone is like being annoying. Atzi atzo. Last one. There's actually a bunch, but then like this would, especially if I go into idea phones. But this video, I just want to keep it like relatively shorter. Tum tum. Tum tum refers to when someone is muttering, right? You hear someone muttering and you'd be like, why are you always muttering? You'd literally say, you always tum tum. Because tum tum is a sound of someone muttering. Someone's muttering, right? So tum tum is the onomatopoeia to describe someone that is muttering. Okay, so those are like some 10-ish words. I didn't get to counting them. Those are just some of the words that came off the top of my head. This was just a request video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. A lot of onomatopoeias. So many idea phones. Like, just an example, right? So, for example, the word round, right, is yun, right? Now, round doesn't technically have a noise, right? Like, there's, like, all round things don't technically have a noise, right? But then, an idea phone that we'd use is we'd say yun dum dum, right? Because dum dum is the sound of like a bouncing ball, right? It goes dum dum dum, right? Yun dum dum. So in that phrase, yun dum dum is an idea phone because dum dum describes the roundness of the ball, right? And it kind of just adds to like, it emphasizes how round it is. Another thing could be like right? I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've spoken Cantonese my entire life, but just reminds me of like a chubby person. So then is something you'd call like a fat baby, right? You'd be like, oh, it's so cute. It's like or like a fat little cat or like a fat little like dog or something like that. Or you'd be like, oh, right? Because it's a little chubby. So I guess it would be an idea phone for Cantonese people to describe something that is chubby or fat. But yeah, often usually used for cute too. Anyways, so those are all the words I thought of that are onomatopoeias. A bunch of them are probably idea phones. I don't know. See, would Mao count as an idea phone for cat? Or like, because all cats go Mao or meow, right? But like, but the word Mao technically isn't referring to the sound it makes. It's referring to the sound that the thing it describes makes. So I don't know what that is. Is that an idea phone or is that a onomatopoeia? I don't know. But yeah. Those are a bunch of the words. Those are a bunch of onomatopoeias. I hope you enjoy this. Bye bye. I really hope this was recording. I'd be so sad.